Last Sunday and today, the dates, if they weren't on Sundays, we would have celebrated the feast of St. Mary and St. Martha. These two saints that were sisters and invited Jesus into their home. And we hear about how, Mary is sitting at the feet of Christ and she's listening intently, gazing upon Jesus. Martha, on the other hand, is in a little bit of a tizzy. And she's saying to Jesus, tell Mary she's supposed to help me. And Jesus says, Martha, Martha, you're worried and anxious about a great many things. And I'll bet that she learned a lot from that moment. So that she learned from Jesus to be able to see His presence, to see the importance in everything she was doing. And so we see from Mary and Martha, we see the importance of seeking the face of Jesus in prayer, loving Him in those moments. But also from Martha, seeking His face in the work, the preparing of meals, and those daily things. You see, a lot of times we think that we have to offer to God something big, something huge, something that's great. But most of us are not going to be called on by the Lord to be martyrs for our faith. Most of us are not going to be called upon to give away all that we have so that we can go and follow Him and evangelize to the peoples. Most of us are not called to that. Those are big things, but we're all called to offer the little things to God. The daily struggles, the daily duties. And in that, we might get a little bit upset and saying, but it's so small, what good is it? And we can be like that boy who offers 5 loaves and 2 fish to Jesus. Now, he could have said to himself, this crowd is huge. What good is this going to do for this type of crowd? But he went to Andrew, and he offered it anyways. And Andrew brought it to Jesus. And what happened? This great miracle, this incredible thing, because he offered something small and gave it to God. And God takes our small offerings, our little things, where we seek His face in the daily duties, whether it's something silly like cleaning the toilets or preparing the meals or mowing the lawn or shoveling snow. Well, we don't have to think about that right now. Or anything like that. All of those daily things that we have to do, those duties at work and home or shopping or whatever, we can offer them to God, these little offerings. Do them for love of Him, and suddenly He takes them and transforms them into something great. When we seek to see His face in those moments, in each person that we meet, sometimes, for those of you who have small children and maybe grandchildren, as they're running around the house underneath your feet, and you're saying, I need to be doing some work, and they're here, and recognizing the face of Christ in them. Or in that person at work who's a problem, who's always giving us a hard time, who's a struggle to be around, recognizing Jesus' face and presence there. Maybe even something that could be really hard for some of you, recognizing the face of Christ in your spouse. Really. Finding Jesus in everyone, in every moment. Offering to Him those little things. Is it hard? On one level, it is, because we have to remember to do it. On another level, it's one of the simplest things to do. As long as we can remember to say, okay, this is for God. This is part of my duty, and so I offer to Him. And when we offer these little nothings, these little things into the heart of Jesus, He takes them. He takes these 5 loaves, these 2 fish, and He transforms them into something great.